Everyone, my name is Praneet and I'm a rising junior at Irvington High. For my second milestone, I soldered GPIO pins onto my accelerometer. Here are what the solders look like right here. And this accelerometer also has a built-in 3-axis gyroscope, which I'll talk about later. So this accelerometer is connected with this ESP32. This one is different from the one I showed in milestone 1. This is the sender ESP. The one I showed in milestone 1, which is on the car, is the receiver ESP. So as I was talking about earlier, this accelerometer also has a 3-axis gyroscope built into it. And this 3-axis gyroscope is essentially what I have used and will be using. So let me show you the code for this real quick so we can better understand this. So do not worry about what is on the left for now. I'll just go over my code right now. So as I was talking about earlier, this gyroscope is a 3-axis gyroscope, which means it has 3 distinct axes, X, Y, and Z, right? So I had to play around with each of these axes and figure out a range of values from which when I tilt to that degrees or that range of degrees, then I would get a forward moving motion. And if I don't do that, I would get a backward moving motion, such as this. If I don't do any of that, and suppose do this, I'll get a certain range of values which will make the car move left. If I do this, get a certain range of values there, those range of values, will make the car move right. Now moving left and right, as I discussed this in milestone 1, the car will only move on its axes. Okay, so the initial unit of measurement was radians. However, I found it easier to work with degrees, so I converted it to degrees. And inside the loop, I figured out that the y direction is associated with moving forwards and backwards. So anything greater than 30 degrees, less than 80, which is read by the serial monitor, will print move forward. Anything over 300, less than 325, will print move backwards. Left, this is the X direction or the axis. Anything over 30 and less than 65 left. Anything over 270 and less than 297 right. And if none of that happens, the car will stop, since the serial monitor will print stop. Now, I did not use the Z direction since I already had the 4 directions, forwards, backwards, left, and right, implemented by the X and Y axes. So I decided to keep the Z direction in the code, but not actually use it. I decided to keep it in the code because if I were to add any sort of component to my car later, I can, and I can associate that with the Z direction and control it from there. Now, without further ado, I'll explain to you guys what this is on the left. So this is what is called the serial monitor. So as you can see, it's printing a lot of things right now. It's printing stop mostly. And the reason why it's printing stop is because I am not making any of these motions and none of these degrees are being read by the serial monitor. Now, once I put this accelerometer / gyroscope on my hand, which will later be sewed on a glove, and if I make this forward moving motion, then as you can see on the serial monitor, it's printing move forward. Right below it, it's printing the degrees of tilt right here. Same thing moving backwards, still my hand backwards, it will print backwards. Same thing happens with left and right. And if none of that happens, it will essentially just print stop. So that was a brief overview of what I achieved in milestone 2. I'm very, very excited as I am approaching final milestone and getting my project finished. So thank you very much for tuning in today.